Welcome. In this video I'll show you how you can use Hubspot CRM for your business. Now I'll show you how to create an account and also how you can use the dashboard in order to complete certain tasks. Now if you're on the Hubspot website, you can just click on Get Free CRM and that will redirect you to your login page. Here you can type in the email that you want to use and then you can click on Verify Email. You can see they have sent you a verification code to your email, so we will check our email inbox. Then you will need to make sure to copy that code and then paste it in on the website, and then you will click on Next. Here you will need to create a password, so I'll make sure to create a password real quick, and if it meets all of these criteria you can click on Next. Here you will want to type in your first name and also your last name. In this case these are just example names, but obviously make sure to enter in your real name in here. Then click on Next and you can search for the industry. So in this case we could for example do computer games. Next we will search for the job position, which could be manager for example, and then the company name, which is just test name. Then you will need to choose how many people work at your company, which in my case is 1, and then the company website. So www.example.com is going to be the domain that I'll use, and then click on Next. Here you'll need to select a location of your business, which is EU in my case, and then I'll click on Create Account. You can see your account is being prepared, so that takes a few seconds. Here are 3 questions you need to answer. So I've never used a CRM before, I'm new to HubSpot, but I have used the CRM before. I know my way around HubSpot pretty well. I'll select this one because if you select the first answer, there will be some explanation in that dashboard, which I don't want to see in this case. Here they're asking what you want to set up first, and then you can click on Get Started. You can see it's logging you in, so it takes a few seconds, and as you can see we're redirected to the dashboard. So if you would have selected the first answer before, you would have seen a lot of tasks in here because HubSpot would have liked to shown you how that dashboard works. In this case that is not needed. And now we want to start right at the top. In the top navigation bar you have contacts, and if you click on contacts, here you will basically have a list of all of your contacts. So here you can see here are 2 sample contacts, and you can see they're unassigned, so you could either assign them to you. That would mean if you click on My Contacts, so you can leave that page. If you click on My Contacts, okay, you can see that there no contacts match the current filter. That is because the changes were not saved, so we'll click on Save. Then on My Contacts, if you refresh the page now, you can see there is this one contact that we have assigned to us. And if you go to unassigned contacts, there is the other one. And so here you can basically manage your contacts. Then what you can also do is to click on Contacts and Companies, because here you can manage companies. If you don't have any companies in here, you can create one. In here you can basically just type in the domain name, so domain.com in this case. And you can see the company name is going to be the same as the domain name. You can obviously change this in here as well. Here you could select the company owner, so you can just select no owner if it's not you, for example. The industry, the type, the city, state, postal code, number of employees, and some other information. And then you can click on Create. And you can see you've been redirected to this dashboard where you can see all sorts of information about this specific company. If we now click on Companies, this will take us back, and here you can see here's the company that we have just created. If you then go to Contacts and Calls, this basically is the same. You see all of the recorded calls here, and here you can see all calls. If you go to Contacts, then you can either go to the activity feed or to lists, and in the top right corner you can either import a list or create a list. So if you create a list, we could for example give this the name 1. This will be an active list, and we will click on Next. Here you can basically add filters. So we could for example select the filter of company properties, and here we could select company owner, or what I like to do is to select the industry. So we'll select industry, and here we're gonna select computer games, and you can see the list is being updated. Obviously this takes a few seconds depending on how many contacts you have. You can see the preview has no matches. You can see the preview has no matches because there is no company with the industry of computer games. If you save the list though, you can then see you can basically get the list of all of the contacts that match your filters. You can obviously edit the filter or add more than one filter, so you can add as many as you want. And you can see this list is being processed, and as you can see, you can close this window and check back later. So this will not be loaded every time you visit this site. This is going to be loaded, or this is basically loading in the background, so you can do other work while this is basically loading and fetching all of those contacts. So you can see we do not have any contacts in the industry of computer games. Now what I want to also show you is conversations, because here you have two really useful tools, which is snippet and templates. So we'll take a look at the snippets first. In the snippets, you can create a new snippet, and snippets basically just save you time writing emails. And let me show you how that works. So you can give it an internal name. So for example, snippet 1, and here you can type in some snippet text. For example, text example 1. You can also format this. You can see you can make it bold, italic, or underlined, or you have even more options here. And here you can basically select a shortcut. So to use a snippet, type the hashtag symbol followed by the snippet shortcut you enter above. So you can enter in a word here that you will want to use for this. So for example, we could select the name or the shortcut of snippet 1. So if you now save the snippet, you can use this when you're writing emails. I'll show you how you can do that later on. What you also have are templates. So if you click on templates, you can see send your most repetitive emails in seconds. So you can basically just create templates here. I think I don't have to explain what a template is, but you can either create a template from scratch or make a template or select a template from a template library. So here you have many different templates for emails. You can see it is being previewed on the right side, depending on where you hover your mouse over. And for example, the follow-up email that follows through, you can select this, save my selections, and you basically have a template here. So you can see, hi, this is being replaced by the first name of that contact, and here is basically just a template text that you can basically just send to a lot of contacts or a lot of people at once, because these are very repetitive emails that you can just create a template for, and you don't have to write them every time you send an email. Now I want to show you marketing. Here you have ads, emails, landing pages. Landing pages might be very relevant for you, so you need to give more information to get full access in case you have created a new account just recently, or you've created a new account just like I did. If you click on give more information, you can see you will need to verify your identity. Now I will not want to do this in this case, so let's take a look at ads, for example. You can basically connect your accounts, and that way you can track, you can have more data about customers and how well your ads are performing. Now if you go to email, here you can basically just start sending emails for free. You can send 2,000 emails per month and create 25 static and 5 smart lists. Lists are created here. I've shown you how to do that before. Here, if you click on get started, you can basically just skip this question. You can skip the setup, and here you can create your first email. Now I'll also show you how you can use the snippets in your email. So we'll select regular email. Here we don't want to use any template, so we will go back to emails. Well, actually, sorry, you shouldn't go back to emails, otherwise you have to do this again. So you will need to pick a template first, and in here you have this tour, but we will want to close this for now. Email, you can basically name it here. So for example, email 1. Here you can click on settings. Here you have many different settings, for example the subject line, preview text, stuff like that. Below that you can also create plain texts of your email, so plain text versions of your email. Here you can click on send or schedule, so you can select a recipient here, and here you can select lists or contacts you don't want to send the email to. So we will select one recipient, for example this one, so we have one total recipient. Here we have automations, so you can automate what happens after your email is sent. If you want to know more about this, you can click on this link here. But if you go to edit, here you can basically just change up the design, change up the buttons, change up the dividers, So if you click on review and send, you can see here you can preview your email. Okay, I've been waiting for about a minute now and it still doesn't seem to load, so I'll just try to go back and I'll not preview this in this case. I don't know, something seems to be wrong because this page also doesn't seem to show up. Now we will exit the email section. If we now go to service, you have your tickets here. So you can see there are all tickets, my open tickets and assigned tickets. And you can create tickets in the top right corner as well. So you can give this a name, for example, ticket 1. You can select a pipeline. You can also create new pipelines, but you can see this is a premium feature. Here you can select the ticket status. So new, waiting on contact, waiting on us, and closed. Source, so chat, email, form, or phone. We could select chat, for example. We can also select the priority, so low, medium, and high priority. And then we can click on create. Then you'll be redirected to this to this website again, where you can see all of the information of this ticket. So you can see there are some general information on the left side, like the priority, create date, ticket owner, ticket description. Here you have some ways to contact the other person that is in this ticket. And if you click on tickets, you can see you can get back. And here you can basically just see all of the tickets that are created. And if you click on my open tickets, you can see the tickets that are assigned to you. So you can see ticket owner is me. And now I'll want to show you automation. So if you click on sequences, you can see this is a premium feature as well. And then if you go to reports, you can select analytics report. So here you either have traffic analytics or custom behavioral events. What most people probably want to use is the traffic analytics. As you can see, this is also a paid feature because you can see there's this log. So I could either start a 14-day trials now or see the pricing here. So unfortunately, I will not be able to show you this here. The same applies to your dashboard because there are also some paid features. So here you can basically choose how your dashboard should look like. So if you for example select business unit overview, you can select all of these. You can leave them checked basically, unless you don't want some of these things displayed. You can click on next, give it a dashboard name, and then create dashboard. So if you now have this success message, you can click on go to your dashboard. Okay, I've missed it actually, so I'll need to click on this HubSpot here. Or actually we can click on dashboards here, and you should see your dashboard that we have just created here. So you can create new dashboards here. You have your actions, so you can add images, text, video. You can clone this dashboard. Here you have some dashboard details, so dashboard name, dashboard owner, and also a description. And what you also can do is you can see the activity log. You can see a full screen view, which would mean this will be full screen then. Then you can also refresh all reports, so if some things are not up to date, you can set it as the default, which I usually recommend doing if you have one dashboard that you want to use all the time or most of the time, and you can delete this dashboard as well. Here you can add reports or import reports from saved reports basically, but here you can see there are all sorts of stats that are being displayed. You can see all of these are empty pretty much because there is no access to data. So I have not linked any of my business accounts, none of my ad accounts to HubSpot, so there is no way for HubSpot to gather information to display here. You can also see there is this default because we have set this dashboard to default. If you go to sales, you also have tasks here. So this is really useful actually. We will skip this tool real quick. So we have a task list here that we can basically use with our team, or our team can use this task list and assign tasks to other people as well. So we have all of the tasks. We have the tasks that are due today, that are overdue, and that are upcoming. You can also add views. So for example, completed tasks due today, we already have this one, most engaged, overdue, upcoming, and you can create a new view as well. So we can basically create a task by clicking on create task. We can give this a title, for example, task #1. Here is the type. Is it a to-do? Is it a call that one of our team members has to make? Is it an email that needs to be sent? For example, I will select email in this case. We will select high priority, associated with records. So this basically means is this task associated with some kind of company, some kind of contact of ours, some kind of deal or some kind of ticket. And we can assign this task to someone as well. So for example, I could assign this task to myself. I can also create a new queue if I want to do that. And I'll also select a due date. We can just select tomorrow because this has high priority. And you can also choose to get reminders from this task. So for example, we could set at task due time. So if this task is due, it will send us a reminder. Obviously, you can also add notes here. So for example, who do you want to send the email to and stuff like that. And then you can click on create. You can see there's this success message. If you click on go to task, you can see this task here. So I'll cancel real quick. I'll need to refresh the page because then the task will show up here. And here you can see you can click start one task, although as you can see on the log, or as you can already tell, this is a premium feature again. So we will go back. And in here you can also import tasks. So if you have a task list in a CSV file, for example, you can import them in here. Here you have filters, so you can, for example, filter by an assignee. So here are all of the tasks that are assigned to me, or here are all of the tasks that are unassigned. And so as you can see, you can also import your tasks from your Google or Outlook calendar. So you can connect your Google Calendar to sync tasks, and you can do that in your settings. So here you have general settings. If you click on profile, so your first name, last name, just some general settings. Here are some email settings about your profile. Here are calling settings, calendar settings. Obviously this is the one that we've just been redirected to, so we could connect to our Google Calendar, for example, and our tasks. So here are some defaults that we can set, for example, a reminder at task due time, and this could be a default option for each new task that we create. Here we have some notification settings, so about which things do you want to be notified. So email notifications will be sent to your inbox. I could, for example, disable this. You can see you don't need to save the changes anywhere. The success message is shown up right after you change the setting. And on the left hand side, you can see there are a lot more settings. So for example, in data management, you can import and export. So you can import files or Salesforce data here. And you can also export your records here. But as you can see, this is basically a link that will take you to a blog page of HubSpot where they show you exactly how you can do that. And so if you go back, click on this, you will be back in your dashboard where you can go to marketing, sales, customer service, and website. And so that's pretty much everything you need to know about HubSpot CRM and how you can use it, how you can use this for your business. If this video was helpful, make sure to like the video, and thank you for watching.